Alright guys, so we are finally getting to it. The INT Jackie Chun that you can get from the World Tournament banner. I actually managed to pull this guy off of the last World Tournament banner. So now I can go ahead and awaken this guy. You can farm his super attack with the tech Jackie Chun, the Super Strike, which is available every Tuesday. And now let's go ahead and awaken this bad boy. I'm very excited for this because he is actually a World Tournament category leader. So now I can run like a semi-decent World Tournament category team. I'll go ahead and show this. We'll go ahead and hop into an event. We'll show off how Jackie Chun is a pretty solid unit. I do love this card art too. This is of course when he declares his victory after the long fight with Goku at the World Tournament. But let me level him up and we'll go ahead and hop into an event. Alright guys, it took a little while to find a Jackie Chun friend. I suppose it's not that shocking. Obviously, this is not a leader many people are going to run. Thanks to the updated friends system, though it's not really that tedious of a process. You know, you just head into Boss Rush. Now, see, the big advantage of the new friend system is you are able to sort the friends list very, very fast. That's like the big plus, right? Like, you could quickly sort it, you see that the unit you're looking for is not there, you could quickly head into a stage, whereas previously, you would spend a significant amount of time, you know, constantly scrolling through, which, you know, would create a big waste of time, basically. I would say it took me 5 or 6 minutes, and maybe about 10, you know, hopping in a boss rush about 10 times for a Jackie Chun leader to appear. Now, we have a double 70% leader skill here, because Jackie Chun, he does give 70% to HP, attack, and defense for the World Tournament category. I think eventually this is a category that probably could be buffed, and maybe we could also see like a proper category leader actually occur as well. But I don't know. We'll see. Now, one reason I do like this team quite a bit is because LR Trunks and Goten are on here, as well as our boy LR Tien and Chaozu, right? So those two units being here will allow a pretty good rotation, because LR Trunks and Goten, basically their best linking partner is LR Tien and Chaozu. So they're both on the World Tournament category. They will be able to put in work at the same time. Like, they'll really buff each other up quite a bit, because, you know, they link up so damn well. LR Mr. Satan is also on the category. Look at that. He had a 900,000 attack stat right there. That's pretty damn good, considering we're on a double 70% lead. Like, that's what I'm saying. Don't get suckered in. Also, I love this super attack, by the way. Bitch! Yeah. And he does seal, which is cool. Don't get suckered in to the fact that, you know, LR Mr. Satan is like a bad unit, because he's really not. He's actually quite good. For a free-to-play unit, as easy as he is to get, I would say he's pretty damn good. So, what see, I want a world tour. I want all the teams, I want all the category teams to kind of be a little viable for me. So that's why, you know, I do have all 3 of the LRs rainbowed. Any LR in the game, I definitely would go ahead and go rainbow. And, you know, any players out there watching too, like, LRs are, you know, the highest rarity, you know, the crazy special cards. You know, feel free to go ahead and rainbow all of them. Even like LR Goku, you know, if you missed the LR Goku campaign, you know, shit like that, right? But, like, for the World Tournament category, I would say this right here, Super Saiyan 2 Great Saiyaman, is another very important piece of the puzzle. He does share Shattering Limit with a lot of the units on this category. He does also have Shocking Speed, another link that he has with a lot of the units on this category, as well as just being an overall pretty damn good unit. I may... we'll see. I may consider putting orbs into him. I might. I don't know, though. It's just because physical orbs, those are the orbs that I have, like, the least amount of. Like, I don't have very many physical orbs at all to play around with. The only real problem with Jackie Chun I have as a card is the fact that he does technically count as a free-to-play unit. So what that means is his free-to-play, like, his potential system is free-to-play, where he's only going to get a 3,000 stat buff to every stat, which is so dumb. I really hate that they do that, Like, I understand why, but I do feel as though it's quite, like, it's unnecessary, because a lot of these, like, you know, the free-to-play units are already, they're not going to be able to stand up to, you know, summonable units, right? Summonable units are just going to be better. But then the potential system opens up a Grand Canyon size gap between free-to-play units and not free-to-play units. It's just, it's very pointless, I would say, because, like, I would put orbs into Jackie Chun, but it's the fact that, you know, he's only going to get that 3,000 all stats that really makes me quite hesitant. Now, can this fucker be sealed? Yeah, he can. Okay. Because that's one big thing about Jackie Chun. He is able to seal. So, in events where the boss isn't immune to that for the first couple of rotations, that could be pretty useful here. The only thing is, I know right off the bat that this fucker, watch, Turles is going to open with his super attack. Watch this. Okay, good. Oh, wow, 31k. That's also quite a lot of damage. Oh, boy. So, you know, Jackie Chun without orbs in him, he's going to be taking a lot of damage. Gray Saiyaman here, he also doesn't, he might be like 2 or 3% for me, but he also doesn't really have any potential system buffs. So I certainly am going to have to rely on my LRs the further into this fight that we get. This is a pretty good rotation. Like, we would be pretty safe here. Trunks and Goten, they're not going to take a lot of damage. So I'll go ahead and use a Senzu Beam. Alright, so I did decide to bring Fat Boo here. The reason I decided to bring him is that because I'm, you know, going to be using 3 different LRs on this team, I figured, you know, making sure that they'll be able to get their 18 key supers is big. But the rest, like, a lot of the other units you could put on the category really aren't the best. I suppose maybe like the TUR version of Mighty Mask could be helpful. You can't use the TUR version of LR Tien and Chaozu, though, because that has the same name. But obviously, like, the Mighty Mask card goes from Mighty Mask to Trunks and Goten, so you can use them side by side. I might have a little bit of trouble on the Tech Turles stage as well. Tech Turles might give us, yeah, he's going to be hitting very, very hard, so I'm going to want to be careful. Although Tien and Chaozu, they do have that medium chance to stun here. That would help out dramatically. The Turles event, by the way, it's not super difficult, but I did figure as though, you know, this is a recent enough Dokkan Fest where it could be a good challenge for the World Tournament category team, right? So now we going up against Tech Turles. Okay, so Jackie Chun should be able to reduce a good amount of damage here. Can this... Oh, this fucker can be sealed. Okay. That's big. That is very big. I'm sure after he eats the Fruit of the Tree of Might and goes and turns into the AGL version, at that point he won't be able to be sealed anymore. But right now he can be sealed. So I'm thinking it probably would be more wise of me to have LR Mr. Satan go first. The reason why I'm thinking this, yeah, I think we're going to do that. I'm also tempted... I'm really tempted to take this turn as well. Rather than use an Icarus, just take this turn. The only thing is that the AGL Turles is going to be hitting very hard. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this turn right here. Yeah, I am. Because if I put Jackie Chun in that first slot, while I may have been able to guarantee that we wouldn't get, you know, super attacked after he went, Turles was attacking a lot in that first spot. So he might have been able to stun Jackie Chun, so Jackie Chun would not have been able to seal his ass. And sealing him right here will be very, very good for this next rotation where we're not going to have to worry about any of his shenanigans. And then on this turn, I think what I'll probably do is go ahead and pop a Icarus right here, which should allow us to be fine during this turn and should allow us to be A-okay during the first rotation that Turles is in his Tree of Might form as well. So we'll do that right there. And yeah, with an Icarus active, we're fine. We're definitely fine. Because the fucker can't super attack. So he will do 10k. 10k, that still is a good amount of damage. I suppose in the next turn I could use a Princess Snake. I do have her active as well. Ooh, we got Super Saiyan 3. That's nice. Only thing about Super Saiyan 3, I guess it would be cool if the buffs did last a little longer than they did. But you know, no complaints, no complaints. He can still be stunned here as well, I believe. But once he goes in HEL Turles form after the Fruited Tree of Might, oh, he is stunned, by the way. I'm quite certain he's going to be immune to both. And then, of course, he is going to go ahead and heal up that massive, like, 3 million healing that he does. Alright, so let's see here. So, Fruit of the Tree of Might Turles. He's not immune to anything. Oh. So, we're not going to have to worry about getting super attacked by this fucker. That's what you're telling me. Okay. So, here's what I'm going to do then. I'm going to go ahead and pop a Princess Snake right here. And then we should be good, because we'll be able to keep this fucker sealed and then possibly stunned as well through the majority of this fight. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Yeah, he's not going to be able to do, like, any damage to us whatsoever, because we have an Icarus as well as a Princess Snake. Okay, perfect. And we're able to go ahead and seal him. So we should be able to keep... Ooh, but Jackie Chun is not even able to do good enough damage. Looks like Turles' defense is too high. LR Mr. Satan should be able to do a decent amount. Only 400k. Oof. This is going to be tough. This is going to be tough. Turles has a very high level of defense. I actually didn't know that about this fight. There are, you know, a few fights out there that have a very, very high defensive level. Looks like this is one of them. Okay, so we'll get the full 24 key super for them. Let's go ahead and... I'll give the tech orbs to Tian and Chaozu. Do we need to use an item here? How about I use an Icarus here just to be safe? Just to sort of test the waters and see, like, how much damage he's going to do with the Icarus. Because I don't really know how hard, like, LR Trunks and Goten and them would get hit. Okay, so I think it would probably be maybe 20k-ish. As long as Turles can't super attack, we'll be fine. I certainly would enjoy a double attack from either Trunks or Goten, or... Oh, that's a lot of damage. Holy shit. Okay, we got a crit. So Turles, yeah, Turles, he's fucked. Get fucked, Turles. And then if he gets stunned right here... No, they did not get the stun. Oh, the stun would have been just absolutely beautiful. Okay, though. That was good. LR Trunks and Goten, they completely disintegrated his health. Okay, so I do have an Icarus active right now, do I not? What I'm thinking I might do, I could pop a Princess Snake right here, because defense is definitely the weak point of this team right now. Because, you know, we are going up against a high-level Dokkan event. Oh, damn, we're going to get the Dokkan attack with Jackie Chun, too. A Dokkan attack with Mr. Satan could have been a huge blow to him. I'm actually going to go ahead and use a Princess Snake right here. Just in case Turles decides to super attack in that first turn. I'll go ahead and grab all these in orbs right here. We're going to get a Dokkan attack. Okay, he didn't super right off the bat. And still doing 3,000 damage. Wow, that's pretty good. Turles is able to hit a little harder than I was expecting. Okay, not bad. So the World Tournament category team is definitely good enough to get through events, but like if I was to take on like one of the even harder events, you know, like the Ultra Instinct Goku event or something like that, I most definitely would have to put orbs into like Jackie Chun, and I would need like a stronger defensive unit as well, just because the leader skill buff of 70% is pretty low, and Trunks and Goten is very powerful. Tien and Chaozu is pretty good. LR Mr. Satan is pretty good, but there's not like a dominant defensive force on the team, like a huge tank, and that's what kind of hurts it a little bit, because Trunks and Goten, they can defend, but they gotta get hit first before they can. Okay, so let's do this right there. That'll give LR, Tien, and Chaozu their 18 key. That will give Goten and Trunks their 18 key. I will go ahead and pop a Ghost Usher, and bam, this should be good. If we could get a double super or a crit from Tien and Chaozu or Trunks and Goten, we're good. We are right as rain here. We didn't get the stun from Tien and Chaozu. That's pretty weird, because again, they do have a medium chance to stun. Oh, there's their stun, which is pretty good. It's a pretty good % chance of it actually like sticking. So on the next turn, if Trunks and Goten, okay, they did finish him, but if he didn't finish him, this fucker would have been stunned, and we would have been looking good to go. Okay, so not bad, not bad. That was pretty painless. I use a lot of items, but I am very conservative when it's a team I haven't really tested very much. I wasn't really too sure, like, in that last stage how much damage Trunks and Goten would take, but I did think it might be a little bit, like, a significant amount based upon my experiences with Super Battle Road and how hard they were getting hit earlier in the fight. Because that's the thing. Trunks and Goten, like, especially if they go Super Saiyan 3, they do have a little bit of defensive viability, but they got to super attack first, or else they're not as big of a defensive tank as some other LRs are. So let's go ahead and take a look at this Jackie Chun right here. This is Domineering Victory Declaration, Jackie Chun. His leader skill is the World Tournament category, Ki +3, HP attack and defense 70%. The World Tournament category, it's okay, just because of the 3 LRs, but outside of that, it is very, very barren. Certainly would need some new units, some fresh blood, some strong units on it to really actually make it, like, viable. His super attack is the Sleepy Boy technique, which does supreme damage to the enemy and seals super attack. His passive skill, Master's Pride, is attack and defense 70% at the start of turn, and then he survives KO attacks when HP is 20% or above. That is a worthless ability. That survive KO attacks is not really that handy at all. Then his links are Brainiacs, Supreme Warrior, Gentleman, World Tournament Champion, The Incredible Adventure, Guidance of the Dragon Balls, and Shattering the Limits. So his links aren't really good at all. I'm going to be very curious to see what happens when a Dragon Ball category team comes out, because they're all going to share, like, the Incredible Adventure and Guidance of the Dragon Balls. So that's a 2, Incredible Adventure is a 2 key link, Guidance of the Dragon Balls is 20%. Like, it is going to be so interesting to see what a Dragon Ball category team could look like, especially if there was, like, you know, an LR King Piccolo, an LR Kid Goku. You know, that team could be interesting, but, you know, obviously that's far off because there's still a lot of pieces that would need to be added there. His 12 key multiplier is 140%, which I guess is fine. You know, he technically is a free-to-play unit. And he is also on the World Tournament category as well. That is his one and only category. So we'll see. I do appreciate a, you know, semi-decent Dragon Ball unit in the game. In the future, though, I think we could get a lot better Dragon Ball units. A Dragon Ball category is one of the ones I would like to see the most. I'd like to see what they would have to do with that. But that will do it for today. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch y'all next time.